Alright nippies, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be doing a Thirsty Thursday today. No special intro today, just straight into the speed paint. And for this Thirsty Thursday, I don't have a particular theme. I kind of just hosted a giveaway on my new Instagram account at Casual Nips. If you want to go ahead and follow me there, check me out. I did have to basically kind of start over from scratch. If you didn't already know, my old account was deleted. And so I basically had to start over again from my side account, which is where I posted most of my travels and selfies, and so that's gonna be my main account for now. And I did a little giveaway, and you guys got to tell me in the comment sections of the giveaway post if you did win, what you wanted to see in Thirsty Thursday style. And I picked 4 winners, and the choices we have I think are really fun. I made sure to pick 2 guys, 2 girls, so we can balance it out. A long time since I've done a Thirsty Thursdays, so I was extremely nervous when I started this stream. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna choke, I'm not gonna be able to draw anything, it's gonna be the worst, I'm not gonna be able to stream properly, like I don't know how to socialize anymore. It had been so long that I had done drawing live, like on stream, and a long time since I had done a Thirsty Thursday. It's been a lot of concentration on working on the comic, doing a lot of writing and sketch work. So I was just nervous in general, but I want to thank everybody that joined the giveaway. I'm not gonna be able to say their names right, but Sobekra, Gumki, Jesu, and Sami the Neko. Some of you guys were in stream watching as your request got done, so thank you again for coming by and hanging out. Our first one here is Wamuu from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which if none of you have watched, you should probably go ahead and watch. It's definitely weird at first. I mean, it's a bizarre adventure, right? So I absolutely love Wamuu. It was really fun to see this requested. I really wanted to try my hand at this, not only because JoJo proportions, which are very specific, but Araki's designs are just fantastic. I love Wamuu, I love the Pillar Man, and this wasn't necessarily too much of a JoJo pose. I think I was still very intimidated by the whole stream. I decided to pick this one as my warm-up, so I was just kind of working on this while people voted as to what they wanted to see next, so I was still kind of nervous. Somebody mentioned it in chat and I was like, wow, very insightful. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but most of my drawings haven't been super dynamic. They've been, I don't know if stiff is the right word, but I've been just trying to focus more on the fundamentals. So I feel like my drawings are slightly boring right now, just because they're not like all super exaggerated and over the place and bending a lot of rules and everything. I think right now I'm just trying to focus on shapes and form and gesture and anatomy, which you guys might think that I don't need to practice. A lot of you tell me like, why are you practicing anatomy? And I'm like, well, I'm actually like not super great at anatomy, so I'm really trying to solidify my skills and trying to understand how to layer certain things, and that's why my drawings have not been super out of this world in terms of perspective and posing and everything. Wamuu is definitely an intimidating one to start with, because not only is it JoJo proportions, but I had to, like, you know, make sure that I at least put some JoJo posing in there, and that the slim thick bara aesthetic was still very strong. And I struggled a little bit with that background. That's another thing I gotta start practicing. My kind of, like, I don't know if graphic design is the right word, but my sense of aesthetic and graphic design is like not very strong, so I struggle a lot with putting things behind my characters. I can draw a background, but when it comes to like graphic, like aesthetic looking backgrounds, I start suffering. Like I have no idea what to do. So that one took us a bit. Next one was Todoroki from My Hero Academia. So for this one, I just had a random thought. I was like, what if we drew Todoroki with long hair? And I just could not get it out of my head. So I really thought it would be fun to do his like split colored hair and just make it really long. But yeah, it was a really fun thing to explore. Again, like I said, not a super interesting pose, but I was focusing a lot more on the anatomy, the shapes of the face, the clothes, the layering of the hair, and I actually kind of like this one. I feel like his face and his expression is a little more dead than I would have liked. You know how he has like that serious but like blank kind of expression most of the time? I was trying to go for that, but he looked a little too dead at the end. I do like how his facial structure came out. I do like the weight of the lines, the anatomy, the proportions. The lighting actually was really nice. I didn't do much. All I did was some very simple backlighting, but at the end of the day, I'm not too bothered by how this drawing came out. I was struggling with the arm because, as you can see here, I decided to just fill in the shapes for what I wanted and then go back and do the line art for them, because sometimes just doing straight lines, I can't get certain shapes right. So sometimes it's just easier to silhouette it in the color layer and then just go back, make them opaque, and then do the line art on top. So I was having a little bit of trouble trying to get the clothing to look decent here. I ended up just completely switching the style of his clothes. I was like, he's wearing a jumpsuit thing with like zippers, and it like has this shoulder red pad with the same. I just did not care at this point. I was like, whatever, bro. Like, he's got an earring because he has daddy issues. Like, and then I think at this point, I start realizing how much I cornered myself because I didn't draw like the hands, like I didn't line art everything together. And so now I was stuck in having to put the arm in this like one specific position. And so I felt like it was a little too stiff. And at this point I was already slightly tilted. So as you'll see, like the details start going down. I didn't even want to draw the hand at this point, which is weird for me because hands are like one of my favorite things to draw. And I just did not want to draw it. You'll see me just kind of try to half-ass it, make it look like a hand, and then I just moved on to the colors, which I think is where the drawing really started to take shape. It really started to look like Todoroki. I think because of the long hair, the line art just was not doing him justice. But at the end, I think it was pretty nice, and even in my style, which a lot of the times translating things into my style is kind of difficult, I think he turned out pretty good. I think it actually looks like him, so... Oh my goodness, the Zelda, the famous Zelda. So one of you guys requested Zelda, one of the winners, and I was just so nervous about this because I did not know which Zelda I wanted to draw. And a lot of them just I didn't know how to translate them in my style. And I thought that the Twilight Princess one was the closest to kind of my aesthetic. And then guys, I had an idea of giving her braids and then giving her the little wraps that she has at the end of her hair and just putting them on the braids. And then I was gone. I was gone completely. I just gave her like under boob, like I gave her a hoodie, I gave her some hoops, like I turned her into like Coachella Zelda. And people were like, bitch, don't front. This is just you cosplaying as Zelda. Which, not wrong. I actually really liked how this one turned out. I know a lot of you in the chat were there and were hearing me with how nervous I was with this drawing, because I was like, I'm gonna butcher her. I'm gonna just butcher her face, because she just has such a very specific like facial structure, and she has a very specific like poise and feel and aura that I thought that in my style I would not be able to convey that. But I'm pretty proud of how it came out, even with how like quote unquote out of character her outfit is. I felt like I did a pretty decent job on the face and the pose to still make it Zelda-like. Or maybe that's just me being delusional, I don't know. But to me it was a really fun and kind of adventurous type drawing. So during this time on the stream just crashed. And I think at this point we're about 9.5 hours in, which these drawings should not have taken me that long, but they did. And so at this point we're 9.5 hours in and my stream crashes and it just does not want to come back up. But because it's a giveaway, I had to finish this one and then the other one. And I decided to just record the rest of the process off stream. So but yeah, so I think this drawing really started to come to life when I started adding the colors, because when I had this sketch, I have a character named Jet who looks kind of like this and she dresses like this all the time. And so it kind of just felt like her. And once I started adding the colors, then I felt a little bit more secure in the sketch. I really like how this one came out. I didn't think I was going to. It's always the ones that make me the most nervous, but I'm very, very happy with the sketch. I'm thinking of like turning some of these into prints or just straight up printing a Thirsty Thursday book. Don't know if that's something that you guys would enjoy, but it would be really fun. So let me know what you guys think down below. Would you buy a Thirsty Thursday art book? And so our last one, Misfortune from Skullgirls. I have not played Skullgirls ever, but I absolutely love all their character designs. They are genius. I am so fascinated by all their character designs, and so I could not resist the request. Thank you for this amazing request. Hopefully I did her justice because this drawing was so fun. I don't know what it is about me being in zombie mode, guys. At this point, I think I'm already past 12 hours drawing and I am a zombie. Like, I could not keep my eyes open. I was in a call with a friend because I just could not stay awake. But for some reason, this drawing, I think, is the one that came out the best between this one and the Zelda for sure. But I'm very, very proud of the anatomy and the shapes in this drawing. I absolutely love how her face came out here. I'm not very good at drawing like cutesy round faces, which is probably why all my girls look like dudes. Which is why all my girls look like dudes probably, but I am very, very proud of this drawing. I love the shapes. I think I popped off on the line art a little bit. I'm not sure why it is that every time I'm super, super tired, a lot of my best work comes out. I wish I could have done a little bit more with the colors. For sure, I was trying to finish it and trying to keep it at the quality of the others, because this one I almost wanted to just straight up paint. Definitely not the time or the place. I wanted them all to kind of match in quality, so I tried to just tone it down a little bit and keep it very, very light and fun. I wanted to do more with her ability to like show her like muscles and limbs and veins and everything, because I wanted to do like her body and stuff, but it just like I was gonna connect it to her head, but there was definitely not enough energy or time to draw more of her body, so I just decided to do a little quirky bust, like her holding her head, kind of like her ability in the game, and so I just tried to stick to that. Even with just that, I really like it. I was gonna go a little bit looter and put her face like squished in between her boobs, but I think the tired in me was like, let's not do that, because if that sketch fails with this amount of stamina, which is like none, I don't think I'll make it. So I decided to opt for the safe option and keep it fun but still safe enough that 12-hour me wasn't going to just pass out at my keyboard. That's pretty much it for all the sketches. Thank you guys so much for joining the giveaway. Thank you guys so much for all the follows over on Instagram on my new account. If you haven't already checked me out in my new account, go ahead and follow me at Casual Nips, and I will see you guys next video. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.